What's happening? It's John from Loyal and Punk Band Wrecked. It is Tuesday, November 2nd. It's been a while since I made my last video. My intention was to do another Halloween special, sort of like I did last year. But the vinyl I ordered has not come in yet, so I'm gonna have to do either a belated one or a something different. But I had a couple of pieces, 3 or 4 pieces that I was hoping to have to do a Halloween special with, but like I said, it's been delayed, so it's gonna have to be something different. As far as the band goes, we have a gig on November 13th, Saturday night at Mr. Beery's in East Rockaway. I've never played here. I played the Beery's in Bethpage many times, but this one in East Rockaway I haven't played. Been there a few times, haven't played there. It's going to be a record release party for the band Sharp Violet, killer band, local band that we play with a few times, and they absolutely bring it whenever they play. I've seen them a couple times, played with them a couple times, and should be a good night. Don't know much in the way of details, so just check our Facebook or Instagram, or text me, ask when we're going on. I'll let you know. But I don't know much about it other than it's their record release party and they asked us to play, and I'm honored to have the opportunity. I'm sure the rest of the guys in the band feel the same way. So, like I said, without those pieces I was hoping to do the Halloween special with, I did get a few new records in. I'd like to show them to you. Okay. First one right here, The White Stripes, Greatest Hits. My Sister Thanks You and I Thank You. Now, a couple of things to say before I talk about this album. Typically, I'm not a fan of greatest hits albums. I feel that that 9 times out of 10 they're not representative of how the band sounds. What got me was the when the Doors had a greatest hits double CD. I think back in the day, it's the only one I had, and it's the only Doors I knew. And then when I started getting their records, there were so many other songs that were, in my opinion, hits. That I had no knowledge of. And I'm like, great, now I'm going to have to, thinking I have the best of the Doors, now I got to go buy their albums. And like I said, each album had better songs. So I was like, all right, I'm burned. I'm never going to buy a greatest hits album again. But for the White Stripes, I had all their stuff on CD. I want their vinyl. It's pricey, but it's quality. It's by Third Man Records, Jack White's record label. So, and the vinyl's always great. Like I said, but the prices for them, the individual albums, they get up there. So I figured, okay, I'll pull the trigger on this one, and this one's got 26 songs. You're not going to find a bad one on it. As far as I'm concerned, the White Stripes are the greatest rock and roll band of the last 20 years, and probably the last of the great rock and roll bands. When I say rock and roll, I mean traditional rock and roll, blues based rock and roll. These guys, or guy and girl, were the last one. They came out in the same era as like the Strokes and the Hives and all that, the garage rock revival. But they were the best out of all of them, Strokes and all that stuff. Jack White and Meg White, not brother and sister. They were husband and wife. But by the time the White Stripes made it, they had already been divorced, but they had stayed together for the band. And again, I can't say anything more about it. Jack White is probably, of my generation, the best guitar player in my opinion. For people my age, I'm 46. I think he's around the same age. Best guitar player there is, that age. He plays with a unique style, blues based, with a punk attitude, and I love it. Great songwriter as well, and you can't go wrong with any of these songs. Like I said, standouts for here would be Jesus, Big Three, Kill My Baby, Hardest Button to Button, Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground, Death Letter, Just Don't Know What to Do It Myself, Jolene, Hotel Yorba, Blue Orchid, uh, Icky Thump, Doorbell, Pretty Good Looking for a Girl, Seven Nation Army. Of course, you're gonna get that. Again, you can't go wrong. It's 2 records, and you don't have to skip any of them. Jack White went on to do the Raconteurs, which I wasn't a huge fan of. He also did the Dead Weather, which I actually liked. He was a drummer in that band, and then he has a solo career, which again I'm not a big fan of. I think he struck gold with the White Stripes, and they're one of my favorites. The next one, just got this today. I haven't listened to it, but I know the album backwards and front. Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason. Now, this, I think, I can't read for shit. I believe this came out originally in 85. Doesn't really say it on here. If it does, I can't read. Either way, my father had this CD, and it was one of his favorites, and it was one of my favorites. This is Pink Floyd without Roger Waters. So it's kind of like a David Gilmour experience, you know what I'm saying? But my opinion, you don't really need Roger Waters for this version of Floyd. They had evolved into something different. Here, not many songs, only 11 songs on it. Every song is good. Signs of Life, Learning to Fly, Dogs of War, On the Turning Away, all good ones. Round and Around, I remember liking the Sorrow. Very spacey stuff, very heady stuff, Pink Floyd, and that's why I liked it. I always like to get into the lyrics, and the music was a good background for those crazy lyrics, you know, very introspective lyrics, and I always enjoyed it. Roger Waters got too political in his later years for my taste, but a lot of people like him. Listen, I'm not gonna discredit Roger Waters. He's great in his own right, and those early Floyd records, you can't go wrong with. But I think Floyd, you know, really found themselves. I think this might be their first album without him. First one I knew of, at least. First good one without him, I'll tell you that much. But classic, and I was really happy to see this go for sale on that's on Pop Market, which is always a crapshoot. But Pink Floyd, love Pink Floyd. All right, and the last one. I'm only doing three tonight because it's a little long winded. I feel like I'm going to get long winded with this one. This is I'm waiting all year for this one to come out. It's Lana Del Rey, Blue Banisters. You got Lana Del Rey, dogs, these two German Shepherds, Tex and Mex. Back cover, you got Lana and her sister with the cat. This is an alternative cover to it. Lana Del Rey, and again, back, her and her sister. There's a third cover, which I ordered. It's exclusive to Target and HMV, if you're over in Europe. It hasn't shipped yet. I don't know if I'll ever get it. So I'm hoping I do. If I do get it, I'll put it on a later video, but either way. Like I said, I was looking for this album since she announced it back in March or so. I think she announced it when she came out with Chemtrails. She announced an album called Rock Candy Sweet, which is Blue Banisters. Chemtrails was an odd album for me. There's a lot of standouts on it that I do like, but for me, this album makes more sense as a sequel to the Norman fucking Rockwell album. Now, Norman fucking Rockwell is a masterpiece. It might be my favorite. I mean, my favorite with Lana might also be Ultraviolence, but Lana Del Rey's Norman fucking Rockwell is that's her greatest. Tonight, I'm going to tell you it's my greatest. This might be better. I don't know. I was kind of disappointed with Chemtrails. It was a very monotonous record. Every song was slow tempo, piano based. Her voice carries every song, so you don't worry about it, you know, because she can make a you know, a pile of dog shit sound good. But the songs weren't where it was at. This album has a little more production on it, has a little more of a modern sound, which Lana's only 35, 36. She should be going for, in my opinion, again, as a fan, just my opinion, she should be going for a more modern sound. You know, something a little bit updated, because with the piano, you lose people, you know. This has piano ballads on it, but it does have also some percussion, some real good grooves, some good beats. And that's what really made her, like the Born to Die stuff, have more like a, what do they call her, like dream pop, almost trap pop. You know, she had beats, and she kind of got away from that. And I think what happened with this record, she didn't use the producer Jack Antonoff, who's great in his own right, but I think got stale. You know, got a little stale with that. So she worked with a different team of producers and came out with this. This is again two vinyls. I think it's 16 songs. Every song, if I tell you every song is good, every song is good. Standouts for me would be Black Bathing Suit on side A, If You Lie Down With Me, Beautiful, Violets for Roses, Dealer, Thunder, Nectar of the Gods, Living Legend, Cherry Blossom. I mean, these are all like 10 out of 10 songs. If I can give this album 20 out of 10, I would. One thing that I got a little bit put off with was my favorite songs on this album happen to be older songs. Now, if you're a Lana Del Rey fan like I am, you know she's got, I don't know, 200 unreleased songs. some aren't good. Some are really good. I had a CD back in the day. I burnt a CD off of Pirate Bay, and all her unreleased stuff, and it was great. Some of it was great. Some of it was one very produced. It was good, but there was some standouts on there, and there was one song in particular called "Wild on You," also called "The Color Blue." It was on YouTube. You can find this stuff on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify. And I love this song. And it was rumored to be recorded in 2013. It was supposed to be on a honeymoon. That didn't happen. It was supposed to be on Norman fucking Rockwell. That didn't happen. Then it was supposed to be on Chemtrails, allegedly. That didn't happen. I was like, oh shit, man, I'm gonna lose this song. And when I listened to this, and it's not, there's no song called "Wild on You," no song called "Color Blue," but "Nectar of the Gods" is a line from that song, and I was blown away when the song came on. I was like, holy shit, there it is after all these years, and I'm so glad it saw a proper release, because it's a great song. But getting back to it, some of my favorite songs on this were unreleased songs from 2013. I'm just hoping that she didn't like kind of hit a wall with the songwriting, in my opinion. Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into this. I hope that this time around, that this she found a good production team and good songwriters. I don't know how much she has. I mean, she's credited on every song as a songwriter. I'm sure she writes lyrics. I don't know who writes composes the music, but whoever she has on this album, they do a great job. And there's a lot of different people, but the dude that did Nectar of the Gods was her ex-boyfriend, Barry James O'Neill. I think he's from some indie band that I never heard of. She's been with for a while, and they did that when they did Living Legend and Cherry Blossom, I think, off this, which happened to be my favorite songs on the record. Like You Lie Down on Me was great too. That has like a horn part at the end, the trumpets, and she doesn't sing over it, but I wish she did, because that, when I say Lana should be doing more of a modern sound, she could take like a 40s jazz sound and just put a beat on it and sing, because her voice goes with those horns. It goes with like an old jazz, old swing, old Dixieland type of style. You know what I'm saying? The piano, it's great and all that, yeah, but if with a band, with a jamming band behind her, it's that, to me, that's what she should be doing. But again, I'm just a fan. Not, I don't have a horse in the race. I hope she tours behind this album. Her last, I mean, I saw her in August of 19, and then she did some dates in the States, and then she went over to Europe, and I think she did maybe a few, and then the tour was canceled for COVID, and that was it. I don't think she's played live ever since. I think she did like a state fair with one of those girls from that Chemtrails album, I think. One of those chicks. I don't know. Um, but I hope she does a proper tour behind this album. But I mean, with Lana, she got 7 albums. In my opinion, they're all above average. All of them. My favorites would be Blue Banisters. It would be Ultraviolence. It would be Norman fucking Rockwell. It'll be Honeymoon. I've been listening to Honeymoon lately, and it's really good. I'm getting into it. But anyway, those are the three records I have. I do have some other stuff, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the backorder vinyl comes in. I'll put it with that. They've been having supply chain issues all over the place, but nothing too crazy. But it gives you time to at least listen to the vinyl that you do have, and get into it. But that Lana Del Rey record, anybody who knows me knows I'm a fan of hers, and knows all I do is talk about it, especially if I have a couple of drinks. All I talk about is her, Black Sabbath, whoever, that's the Grateful Dead. I mean, those would be the three, you know, because there's so much to get involved with Lana Del Rey's music, and this album is great. I strongly recommend anybody who likes just any, if you like any type of music, you should get something out of it. She got one of the better one of the better voices in pop music. Seems very honest, not very too produced, nothing crazy like that. So good old just mellow down music. So those are the three I have. Again, uh, Mr. Beery's Far East Rockaway, not Far Rockaway. Far Rockaway would have a problem. East Rockaway on November 13th, and I think that should be it for November. I think we have something coming up in December at Rams out in Holbrook, but I'll post all that on the Instagram and the Facebook once we confirmed with the details. And other than that, maybe next week another video with the stuff that hopefully does come in within the next few days, and the stuff that I have, but I haven't shown. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching as always, and thank you for supporting Wrecked and original music here on Long Island. Thank you very much. Have a good night.